everyone, welcome to a new episode. Today we are talking about Polkadot and how to choose a profitable validator. I'm going to be going into the ins and outs of staking with Polkadot, so if you'd like to learn more, stick around because I'm going to get right to it. Okay, so right off the bat, generally it's a good idea to get used to the terminology being used here. And for Polkadot, that means nominators and validators. Other projects use the term delegators and stakers, bakers, all these things. But for Polkadot, it's nominators and validators. Basically, validators are the ones running the node, running the computer, running the software that is actually doing the work of maintaining the network. Whereas nominators are people who vote or nominate for that validator to be elected to earn rewards for doing that job, basically. Polkadot is nominated proof of stake. So right off the bat, let's be honest, I am not a fan of delegated proof of stake, and nominated proof of stake is not too far off from that, but it is what it is. It's an exciting new project. It's working with interoperability. They offer staking that's pretty easy to do if you don't know how to do that. I just did a tutorial for you how to stake Polkadot right here. Anyway, so there's some pros to Polkadot as well. And also for those of you who checked out my Cardano tutorial, I pointed out, how to choose a profitable staking pool. I pointed out to you their kind of incentive model for incentivizing the decentralization of the network. And DOT has something similar, not exactly the same, but similar. So here's some basic concepts that you need to understand when you're going to look at how to choose a validator to vote for. Basically, you want to choose a validator that is going to, one, be elected to be able to mine a block for Polkadot, and those rewards are what are then dispersed to that validator and to everyone who voted for him. The likelihood of a validator to be elected is pretty much determined by how much stake is assigned really to that validator node, whether that stake was put up by the validator himself or it was contributed by the amount of people who have nominated it. It's kind of like buying a lottery ticket. The more lottery tickets you buy, the more likely it is for you to win the lottery. But with at least, that's just to get your head around it, but it's not a perfect analogy because let's be honest, with Polkadot, you're going to be earning rewards every 24 hours. So it's not exactly a lottery. It's far more solidified than that, that's for sure. Another thing to know about Polkadot is that the amount rewarded to a validator who, won the election and got to mine the block, that number of rewards, that amount of rewards is the same. No matter who won, no matter how much they have staked, it's all the same amount. What is determined by how much you get, because even though you're getting paid every 24 hours, you might notice that your rewards vary a little bit. And that variance is determined by, first of all, how much of your stake has contributed to the overall amount being staked in that validator, because it's proportional to how much you get earned, how much of those rewards are passed back to you. If you contributed a huge amount compared to everyone else, you're going to get a bigger chunk of those rewards. Also, another thing that can be a variance for how much you get paid is how much commission that validator takes. Now you might think, okay, cool, I'm just going to go ahead and nominate all the validators that have the least amount of DOT. Yes, but there's a balance here because number one, there's really two reasons why that's risky. Number one being the validator with the least amount of DOT has the least amount to lose, because what happens, you guys, this is very important, is if you vote or nominate a validator that acts maliciously or doesn't know what they're doing or they're super ineffective, their stake will be slashed either partially or totally. And that means that if you were nominating them, that could affect your coins as well. This is them trying to incentivize you to seek out the best reputable, they're trying to keep up the health of the network, basically. So there's really a balance here of, wanting to find the validator with the least amount of coins, but also finding a validator that is playing by the rules and you're not going to lose your coins. Also, choosing a validator with a very small amount of coins is risky because it's an indication that, they haven't really had the chance to gain a good reputation. They're probably brand new. It could be a very great validator. Maybe you know them personally. That's great. Maybe you're the validator, even better. Hopefully you're going by the book. You're not trying to do any double spends or, do anything crazy with the network. But anyway, there's some risks there of taking on these smaller staking validators, but also the reward being obviously you'd get more rewards. So it's your choice. You're kind of rolling the dice there. Also, just some statistics that I mentioned in the previous video, the tutorial on how to stake Polkadot. Here's some info on what you can expect with staking Polkadot. With the rewards, the annual return being around 10 to 15%. You're paid out every 24 hours. If you want to withdraw your coins or unstake your coins, unbond your coins, there is a 28-day unbonding period. So keep that in mind if you guys want to be trading anything. Also, like I just mentioned, if you have nominated a malicious actor, a maliciously acting validator, then your coins could be at risk of being slashed either totally or partially. Another interesting fact here is of the $33 billion that makes up the market cap for Polkadot, the market cap is basically each coin multiplied by the price of each coin. So the overall value of all Polkadot in circulation is $33 million. Of those billion dollars. Of those $33 billion, $24 billion is currently locked up staking on the Polkadot network. So that's a pretty good indication, number one, of the faith of, the Polkadot network itself and the interest in staking Polkadot as well as obviously the liquidity maybe issue like that could happen with Polkadot, for the benefit of the price. With all those $24 billion worth of Polkadot locked up for potentially 28 days, maybe that could really benefit the price in the future as well. That's something to always look out for. So anyway, I hope I gave you some insights on what to check out for when it comes to choosing validators on Polkadot. As always, I've included a ton of other links for much more in-depth information directly from Polkadot. If you're going to learn about something, it's best to go to the source. So if you're interested, go ahead and explore all the links I provided just for you down below in the video description. So I've done all these videos on Cardano and Polkadot. I'm going to do plenty more of these tutorials on staking coins. These are all coins that I'm personally holding and staking. Obviously, that's how I'm doing these tutorials. It's the only reason I'm doing these tutorials because I'm showing you guys how I am interacting in the crypto space. If you want to learn what other coins I'm holding and why, get access to my crypto portfolio and get exclusive access to classes that will help you navigate this cryptocurrency space like a pro, especially if you're new to crypto. It's going to be super helpful for you. I encourage you to check out a link to join the CT Club in my Patreon. That is found down below in the video description, as well as a link to join my free newsletter. It goes out every Sunday. So we can keep in touch. And yeah, I think it's great to keep in touch every week. I do a little bit of writing, show you my insights on what's going on with crypto, and you get a weekly catch up of all the videos coming out that week. In addition to, you'll get a link to the live stream that goes out every Monday, me and Toby. You guys don't miss it. We'll see you then. And until then, hope you're staying happy and healthy. And Toby would say, stay disobedient. See you guys.